The world we live in today is a very small world. It has always been small, but not as this smaller. We live in a very macro world right now. The reason I said this is because our information have become so very macroed and very compacted into a very small unit. That whatever that we are only allowed to know is what we are allowed to research and found. That would be example from our search engine all over the world. Like Google search engine, Yahoo search engine, MSN search engine, Doc.com, Fire, whatever, all the search engines serve the same purpose, only to narrow our mind into a very macro thinking. A search information engine should be a place where you go to get information on everything, regardless of what fact or not. But it's not a place you go where some information will be restricted. Who are you to restrict the information to people? You are only a search engine. You are supposed to provide information to people and people to see the informations and then to assimilate it the way they want it to. The sole purpose of creating search engine from beginning of time was to make people become aware of what is going on around them in the world and information of great deal. Not to disinformed people. These days you go over to like Google search, for example. A lot of people Google stuff, including our doctors, even the law enforcement and everybody in this modern world. We do nothing but Google for answers. Even teachers Google stuff to students. Also students Google back stuff in relatively to correspond if the teacher answers are truth. So that being said, that information that we received from Google search are supposed to be accurately information, not disinformation like we have on Google search engine and every other search engine these days. It's repulsing these days when you are looking for information in any of these search engine. You only get information based on categorization. This is not freedom of information. That would be considered of freedom of brainwashing the people. I've never seen how information of a great deal can be withheld from people that seriously needed those information until my recent experience in search engines. It's so cluster, worse than eBays in the early 2000 in the earlier stage of eBay. All the search engine right now are full of nothing but jargons. There's no familiar or great information you can get from any search engine other than stereotype, racist, and misinformations. Misinformations that instead of making our life easier are now turning out to make our life harder. Google search would be number one example for that. Until next time, stay blessed. The world will live.